Note to self, do not sleep outside in Bleak Inlet, or, you know, outside adjacent, which technically includes inside in most cases. But you know what I mean. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series, where we are taking on the 8th of 8 challenges as the dead sleep. Yes, I am popping a flare that I technically can't replace. Well, not just technically, I can't replace it at all. But I'm going to go ahead and risk that. Because I need fire. So we're going to use that lit flare to start said fire. And we've got an 80% chance, so it's better than using a match. And yes, I thought about this before starting the episode, like, okay, I'm in the dark, what do I do? How do I not die horribly? All right, let's go ahead and add some fuel to this fire. So now we've got 2 hours on it, and with that, very importantly, I can add a very small amount of water here. This will probably push me over. Yeah, there we go. So tell you what. Since I've got... Oh, really? Is that my only can? Okay, it's my only can. I was already spoiled by my first run where I had 2 cans. I have 1 can. Let's go ahead and pass time until this is ready. Now let's drink it. Perfect. Now we're no longer losing condition. So, I have a bit of a choice ahead of me. I know which way I need to go out of the zone. I mean, without question, I know which way I need to go out of the zone. But I don't necessarily know which direction I would like to travel after I leave the zone, you know? That's a little bit more of a gray area, so to speak. So, hang on, let me see if I can... Yeah, I'm going to break this down real quick. I think I can get some additional life out of this fire. Not that I need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. How am I doing on everything else? Yeah, I'm fine. So I have a choice. Because remember, we're not working with a time limit here, okay? So when I get to Forlorn muskeg, I can either go to Broken Railroad or I can go to Mystery Lake. And all right, we got an hour on the fire now. That's a little bit more time. Let's go ahead and, while I break down additional things, if there is anything additional to break down, which there may not be, in fact. Didn't manage my time perfectly there. We can break down curtains, though. So I'll do that. So let's take a look at this. Broken Railroad, Hush River Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, Ravine, and Desolation Point. So Mystery Lake doesn't have any of the graves that I need to visit in it. That's true. But what Mystery Lake does have... Alright, non-potable water, so we need to do a little bit more ripping of things here. What Mystery Lake does have is loot, and adjacency to Milton. The thing about this challenge is that because we're not under a time limit, I can take as long as I want, and I can go wherever I want, and I can treat it. Again, I mentioned this in the first episode. I did a little bit of prodding around, discovering the limits of the environment, discovering the limits of Bleak Inlet. Glad that I did. I know a little bit more about what the challenge of this challenge is going to be, but I can take my time with it, and as I said, I am enthusiastic. I'm really happy about the fact that I can now kind of do what I want, so to speak. I can look around, I can explore, I can enjoy the game a little bit more. And I don't have to feel like if I don't go to a certain place within a certain period of time, I'm going to die. That's no longer the case. I really can treat this a little bit more like a certain other series with Against All in the title. And that is exciting to me, and I know it's exciting to you. So that's how I'm going to treat it. We do have to get out of Bleak Inlet, though. So that's the choice. I can go to Mystery Lake. All right, woke up fully rested. And of course, there's a blizzard outside. Of course there is. Let's pass time for an hour. Oh, you know what I can do? Hang on, the sun's up now, so this is a perfect time for me to... So the choice is either to go to Mystery Lake or to go to Broken Railroad. And I'm kind of tempted to go to Broken Railroad because then from to go to Mystery Lake because then I can go to Milton, then I can go to Coastal Highway, then I can go to Pleasant Valley. Like, I can go to different places, and I might be able to stop by some of the graves while I'm traveling, but I'll be able to find things that I need, which currently I can't really find. So that's a win. I'm sad that I can't wear more than one of these, as I think I discovered in the last episode. I'm not going to waste time trying to build a second one, because I think I did already do that. So this is 37 minutes. Let's go ahead and get this built. It's not going to be much better than the driving gloves I'm wearing, but let's be honest. Driving gloves, just as a rule, need to be replaced. Here we go. Yeah, it's not much better at all. Now, pretty hungry, don't have a lot of food. Fairly confident that I'm going to find some cattails along the way, and it seems like now might be a pretty good time to hit the road. Let me take one more look. I don't have any more cloth unless I have more curtains to rip up. I do have this cloth, this is the 15-minute cloth. So I'll use this to give my clothing one last touch-up, and I think probably, yeah, the jeans make sense as an item to repair. Jennifer, do not let me down. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh my god. This is why we're playing as you and not Mark. Let's see. Worn sweatshirt. Kind of seems like the worn windbreaker might be the better thing to repair right now. So let's do that. Because that's one heck of a wind bonus, or a wind protection bonus. Nice! Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. Okay. Yeah, so that's about as good as it's going to get. Do I have any more cloth at all? I'm still nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm still nervous. I've got to get out of this zone. All right, so I can attempt to repair the worn sweatshirt, which is probably the best idea. Let's try it. If we have 3 for 3... Oh my god. Oh my god, how about that? All right. So, we're not in the best of positions. We have a little bit of water left. We've got some pork and beans if I have to eat them, but I'm going to try to avoid that. And now I'm going to go outside while it sounds reasonably calm, and we are going to beeline for Forlorn muskeg. Ooh. This is good. This is very good. So we've got some foggy weather, which is about as warm as it's going to get right now. And I just need to get the heck... Oh, come on. There we go. Just need to get the heck out of this zone. So I've already been up to the bridge. I don't want to piss the bear off again, but I do have to cross the bridge if we play this safe. If we're going to play this safe, I mean. So I'm going to grab a couple of sticks on the way. I think I heard the bear again. Or worse, could be a timber wolf. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so it definitely seems like the exhaustion is still sub-interloper level, which is actually worse, as I pointed out in the first episode. The one thing that interloper does as a difficulty level to be kind of nice to you, if anything, is that exhaustion is a little bit less punishing than on any other difficulty level in the game. Because everything else is harder, they balanced that down as opposed to... Or I suppose we could say they balanced it up. They improved it. They made that a little easier. Alright, so we are crossing this bridge. I think I've already looked in that trunk, but I will double check. Because, you know, we got the pry bar and then turned around. So I don't actually know that I've been in this car. Yes, I have looked in this car. Good. Alright. So now, hang on. We're right here, and I need to go up there. I have a flare, and I also have additional marine flares if I need them. And I know from experience... Oh, hello. I know from experience that the Timberwolves can occasionally patrol across this road right here. So I'm not just going to assume that staying on this side of the road from the cannery is going to be nice and safe and cozy. I'm going to move with a purpose to avoid provoking those lovely furry woodland friends that we met in the last episode. And there are, of course, a few loot locations I might spot on the way here. Remember, the last time we were here, the atmosphere was decidedly greener. Yeah, there's that cabin there. So that's potentially going to yield dividends. But there are other locations even aside from that. So you might be thinking to yourself, Hadrian, what are you going to do about the fact that you have no bedroll once you get to Forlorn muskeg? Well, there's a bed in the forge. So what I'm going to have to do, unless I get very lucky at these next couple of loot locations, which is not likely, what I'm going to have to do is light a fire at the forge and pray. that's what I'm going to have to do. And it's going to be great. It's going to be so great. I'm a little bit more optimistic right now in this run than I was at the beginning of previous runs. Or of the previous run. Singular. Alright, so there's tomato soup. That's even more encouraging. But if this one doesn't go well, I certainly have an even better sense of what I need to do immediately in the challenge. I mean, the mechanic that is, hey, spray paint. It's my best friend ever, right? The mechanic of this challenge that I'm least familiar with is the health regeneration not being a thing. Pork and beans. Nice. So, unfortunately, I don't have anything to open all these cans with yet. But the fact that I'm getting this many little food items is a win. Alright, nothing else here. Okay. Ooh, I better eat those now. Cross your fingers I don't get food poisoning from this. If so, it'll be the end of the run. So I don't have anything to open that stuff with. I just have to smash it open and hope for the best. But there, now my stomach is in a little bit better shape. You know what? You know what? No. No, no, no. No, no. No, no. Right back inside. You need to warm up for a bit. I can use this to do so. Thankfully, I am warm enough in here. So let's sleep for an hour. Might be enough, depending on how cold it is. But I don't want to waste too much time. We have daylight. We have calm weather. Ooh, that wasn't a lot. Let's get one more in. Because I'm going to have to travel a good ways. All right. That's a little better. It's not great, but we'll take it. All right, let's go. Okay. So now we're just headed up this way. The one... We do still have the map, true enough, but we no longer have an arrow on the map confirming which way we're going. So that's a change. I am checking for cattails. And I am also going to be fairly quiet while I'm still in this zone because I'm listening for footsteps of either wolves or bears. Alright, I am going to cross this log because I assume that I need to get out kind of into the middle area of the zone. I know I probably shouldn't be sprinting across it, but that's what I'm doing. It's happening, whether you like it or not. Oh boy. Alright. Heading north. And I kind of know my way-ish, sort of, maybe. That is one nice thing about this. Despite the fact that I didn't spend a lot of time... That is a timber wolf. Crap. Despite the fact that I didn't spend a lot of time in the zone, my visits to this zone recently have given me a fairly good sense of the layout of the zone. Like, on all sides. I in just a few visits to Bleak Inlet, and combining my knowledge with previous runs, including Against All Odds Season 6, I know a hecking heck of a lot more about this zone than I did before Escape the Darkwalker, which is great. Wasn't entirely expected, but it's pretty great. Alright, so there's a cave over there. That's interesting. Is it a bear cave? As I sprint toward it. With reckless abandon. But, I mean, if it's a loot cave, I'm going to check it. Plus, I am still kind of exploring. Wait a minute. That's not a travel cave, is it? No. I don't know of a transition on this side. No. It's a loot cave. Okay. Probably nothing in it. Oh, yeah, nothing in it. Okay, waste of time. Great. Again, I'm going to take the opportunity to explore a little bit more and make some questionable decisions now that we're in the hardest challenges. If I didn't fully explain my rationale for that, for those of you who maybe didn't watch the earlier challenges, I was avoiding making silly decisions on purpose, or risky decisions, shall we say. That's a better way to put it. In the earlier challenges, especially like Nomad, because those challenges did kind of have an easier vibe to them. For some people, they were a bit like watching paint dry. I did enjoy the openness of the Nomad challenge, and I feel like, again, that's been a little bit restored to me here, so that's nice. But I avoided taking too many risks. That is a moose. Right there. That's what that is. I avoided taking too many risks because I didn't want to end up needlessly repeating an easy challenge. I don't mind. I'm adjusting in my seat because I'm still nervous. I don't mind needlessly repeating a more difficult challenge, if that makes sense. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to risk the run like an idiot. But I'm more willing to take risks in general than I was in the easier challenges, if that makes sense. So just to more fully explain that comment from the first episode, there you go. Yeah, definitely not seeing interloper level exhaustion, or at least it doesn't feel that way. All right, I'm still watching for cattails and watching for... All right, that moose is close. Need to be careful. Watching for cattails, and I'm watching for wolves. Timber wolves. Oh, cattails. Cattails. Lots of cattails. Holy crap. Gimme. These are valuable for two reasons. Number one, tinder. Number two, food. Heck to the yes. Heck to the yes. I'm a fan. Gimme. Gimme. If you haven't watched my channel before, or you're newer around here, I'm sorry if you don't understand, like, the sheer insatiable enthusiasm around cattails. Hang around long enough, and you'll begin to get it. But that is very, very, very good. Okay, now let's continue heading up this way. I don't quite have a bearing on where exactly I am. I kind of know, but I know that I need to head for the very top area of this part of the zone. I'm being a little bit cavalier with my sprinting. Alright, I do want to stay somewhat near the water because, well, cattails. Need I say more? Okay, I'm going to poke my head down here. You would think that in a stream that is only partially frozen over and still running, you might see cattails along the shore, so I think the cave is up there, generally speaking. So I'm gonna stay low to the water here, even though it's slightly occluding my vision to the left. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm already having such a blast. Holy crap. What was that? Is that a footstep or an animal? Don't you frickin' dare. I am not even on ice right now. How dare you? How dare you spike my heart rate like that? That was rude and unnecessary. Also, what was that noise? Oh, there's a cave there. Oh, that's the cave. That's literally the cave that I need to take. So let's go. Also, there's some old man's beard there, which I'm going to grab for no particular reason whatsoever. And by no particular reason, I mean every reason. Also, there's some mushrooms, but I'm not going to go that far out of my way for the mushrooms right now because I am starting to get tired, and I'm also getting cold. I'm hoping that I'll be warm enough in the cave, but who knows. Nice. So we've got a couple of trees. Oh, I'll grab those two. Why not? It's so nice not to have the Dark Walker to worry about. One of the things about this that I'm really enjoying already is the objectives list. Recall that in my lament, in my critique of Escape the Dark Walker, the current version of it, as I adjusted my seat again, I clearly did not sit in my normal recording position, and it's bothering me. But, alright, let's take the red flare out. So in my critique of the current version of Escape the Dark Walker, I pointed to a couple of things. I mean, first of all, you're on a very linear path, and so I'm happy that that's gone. And related to that, but not exactly the same, one of the things that I'm very happy about is that there are only 5 locations, which... Now, they're not randomized. It would be kind of cool if they were, or at least they don't seem to be. If they are randomized, then I got the same 5 that I got the first time, which, I don't know. I'm not feeling the random vibe too much. I don't want to dally in here, but I also don't want to... I remember there being a body on the floor. I guess there's not one this time. So, the fact that there were...
I could eat a horse.
Alright, so I need to eat some of those cattails in a bit. Alright, perfect. So we found... Oh, interesting. So you don't have to go that way. The fact that there's only 5 locations gives me... I mean, I suppose it's the same point that I made. It's that it's not as linear. Nice. Okay, so we have a backpack here and another marine flare. Wonderful. I suppose it's not too different of a point. Okay, we're actually warm enough in here, which makes me, like, it tempts me to get some rest while I'm in here. You know what? Feels like 38 degrees. I am kind of hungry. You know what? No, I'm going to keep going. I don't think I can waste time at this particular point. I need to keep moving. But yeah, I suppose it's mostly the same sense of relief. There are 5 locations, and there's not a time limit. There's nothing chasing me, and so I can play the long dark. Even though it's intense, like camping. And there is our exit. I'm going to try and keep the flare out, and I'm hoping for good weather here. Perfect. Alright, so now we're in Forlorn muskeg, and if I wander this way slightly, I should start to see the... Huh. Oh yeah, it's a little bit more centralized in the zone, isn't it? All right, so it's further back here. I think I kind of see it. Maybe, or I'm just seeing a tree. Yeah, it's a tree. Okay. All right, hang on. I've got to eat some cattails. I also need to look for more cattails. I don't like doing this while I have a burning flare, but I don't want to get hungry. I would like to try and get well fed if possible. Okay, good. I know where I am. This is a little bit dicey. Oh yeah, this is weird. The cave to Bleak Inlet is more in the corner than I thought it was. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Jennifer, listen. Am I boring you? Is that what's happening, Jennifer? Am I boring you? You want the Dark Walker back, Jennifer? Is that what you're saying? Well, guess what? I am done with the Dark Walker for the foreseeable future. Sorry. Alright, so there's a hunting stand over there. I don't want to peek over this ridge too eagerly. Alright, yeah, this is a little dicey. Because ideally I need to be like over there on that shore. And that's probably thin ice. Yeah, so I'm backtracking a little bit here, and I don't like it. Really don't have time to backtrack, but I also, you know what I really don't have time for? Falling in the ice. That's what I don't have time for, Legion. So we're not going to do that. We're not falling in ice today. Okay? Alright, there is a little bit more old man's beard right here. So I'll take that. Oh, and some sticks and a cattail. Hey. That's one thing about Forlorn muskeg that I'm very happy about. So this is, I mean,
I could eat anything right now.
I'm not anywhere close to home free at the moment. Oh boy. Don't you dare. Thank you. I'm not anywhere close to home free. Because since I don't have a bedroll, again, I now understand just how amazing that opening spawn was at the beginning of episode 1. Giving me a bedroll right away. I wasn't sure if that was guaranteed or not. It clearly isn't. So I have to rely on bedrolls that exist in the environment, which means I have to also rely on whatever fire-starting goods and just wood is available in the area of the forge when I get there. Which is not good. I see some cattails over there, just barely. Yep, worth it. Definitely worth it. That's 4 cattails. Yep. And remember, cattails are food and tinder. Yes, I saw them from that far away. My vision is finely tuned for the spotting of cattails.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Would you now? All right, well, I'll tell you what, drink that. It's better than nothing. Drink that. Eat that. And eat that. God, my heart is genuinely, like, not calm right now. Everything I said earlier in the challenge about how, like, I'd probably be less shaky at the beginning of an Against All Odds series, I'm starting to question. Because those nerves are definitely still there. More than I thought they would be. I love it. Like, it's so good. But at the same time, there's so much anxiety. Oh my god. Oh boy. Alright. I can see the roof of the forge. I'm gonna kind of hang left. Because it's more likely that there are wolves on the left. At least for now. Later on this year, we'll have the wildlife respawn change. So who frickin' knows? Okay, there's some reishi mushrooms, so I'll grab that. Also, I see some more Old Man Spirit, although I don't know that I need to go for that right now, especially if there's a wolf nearby. What I need is to get indoors. So yeah, the other nice thing about coming around this way when you arrive at the forge is it gives you a slightly higher vantage point to spot for wherever the wolves might be. Slightly higher. All right, there is a first aid kit there and some coal. So the fact that I've got some coal in the cave, I probably could have found even more in the cave if I had looked around concertedly, but I didn't. Perfect. All right, here we are. Oh yeah, you're gonna have plenty of fire in just a second. Plenty of fire. All right, so 60%. Do I have a book? I don't need practical gunsmithing. I'm gonna light that book on fire. Yes, I am absolutely sure. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not gonna do any gunsmithing this run, game. This is not a survival run. Last as long as I can. Let me make my own bullets.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I just need the fire. That's all I need. And I need the fire to last a while. And the fact that I found that coal already is a very good sign. Come to Papa. All right. There's a simple parka. Let's put that on. We're going to need to repair it. There's another practical gunsmithing book. Great. All right. Painkillers. Very good. Cured leather. More coal. I don't like standing here because there's a chance any wolves nearby will see me. So let me get low to the ground just to reduce that risk a bit. All right. There's still additional areas to search in here. There's that crate. I'm not going to tear that up just yet. Let's go down here first. Nice. There's some cedar firewood just laying around. I can break down this box just straight up. I think I'm going to go up here first, though. So we have this bed where we'll be able to rest. Wilderness kitchen. Nice. Okay. We're at about the 32... A fire log. Holy crap. All right. Not bad. Note left behind. Read text. Do you see the stars? Do you see that you are there? It's a fault of the mind to perceive separation. The same fault creates time. Look around. Observe. Your father was trying to preserve what we have. The boxes hold the seeds of the universe. Breathe deep and persist. Fix that goal in your mind. Concentrate on a single flower. You'll feel that warmth on your cheeks again. This is just a signal from beyond. It's just a passing cloud from another world. The songs of birds will fill pink skies. Remember, the weakest light breaks the deepest darkness. Backer 4783. Slow clap. Seriously, well done. I love it. And that is a wonderful concluding note for our second episode. Thank you again for that, whoever you are. I'm going to go ahead and take that as a keepsake. I'm going to stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to keep this fire going as long as we can. It's already lasting 6 hours, 42 minutes, so that'll give me plenty of time to rest. I'll be able to make some water on this fire and potentially repair some clothing. Yeah, I'll get to you in a second, Jennifer. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, hello, wolves. Or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.